Good morning, boys and girls. My name is Miss Winder, and today we are going to be learning and hopefully mastering a very important first grade skill. This skill is this one right here. So the first sign that I want to show you is going to be the greater than sign. So now keep in mind that these symbols are going to stand in the middle of the two-digit numbers we're comparing. We're going to have one right here, we're going to have one right here, and then we're going to have the symbol in the middle. Right now, the symbol in the middle that we have is the greater than sign. So now I'm going to switch it and introduce to you the less than sign. It looks very, very similar to the greater than sign, except the mouth, as I like to call it, is open to the other side. The last symbol that I'm going to introduce you to is the equal to sign. And now this sign is also going to sit in between the two numbers that we have. One two-digit number is going to be here, and another two-digit number is going to be right here. I like to think of it as an alligator. Do you see how the alligator has teeth and he's a very hungry alligator? The alligator always wants to eat the larger digits. So when he is placed in the middle of two-digit numbers, he is going to eat the number that's the biggest because he wants the biggest meal. Okay, boys and girls, so now we are going to practice. I have two numbers selected for you right here, 25 and 23. So if we need to decide which number is going to be greater, the first thing we need to do is look at the first digit, which is going to be the tens digit. If they are the same, like we have in this case, they're both 2, being 25 and 23, the next thing we need to do is look at the second digit. The second digit here is 5, and the second digit here is 3. 5 is a bigger number than 3. So now we know that 25 is going to be greater than 23. Now when we are trying to decide which symbol we are going to put, we need to remember that our friend the alligator is very, very hungry and he wants to eat as many or as big of a number as he can. So in this case, he wants to eat the 25. So like this, he is eating the 25. So now we know which symbol is going to be there. It's going to look exactly like this. And it is going to say 25 is greater than 23. The next two numbers that I have selected to you are going to have a different value in the tens position. So right now we're looking at 17 with a 1 in the tens spot and 37 with a 3 in the tens spot. So remember, the first thing you're going to do is look at the value in the tens digit. Right here we have a 1 and here we have a 3. So we know that 3 is going to have a greater value than 1, meaning that 37 is going to have a greater value than 17. So now we take our good friend the alligator and we know that he wants to eat the bigger value, correct? So since 37 is the greater value, he is going to sit right like here so he can eat 37. So now we know that this is going to be the symbol that we are going to put in, which is the less than sign. And this reads 17 is less than 37. I hope you guys are comfortable mastering this topic. And now I have some review questions so that we can make sure that you really are mastering this topic. So the first question I have for you guys is, which digit do we look at first when we are comparing these numbers? I'm going to give you a few seconds to think. So now I hope that you guys all said that we are going to look at the first digit, which is going to be the number in the tens position. When we are looking at 37, that is going to be the 3. When we are looking at 17, that is going to be the 1. Now the next question I have for you is, what do we do if the number in the tens place are the same digits? So remember the example of 25 and 23, they were both 2. So what is the answer to that? I'm going to give you a few seconds. We are going to look at the number in the ones place. We're looking at the 3 and the 5, and we know that the 5 is greater than the 3, meaning that 25 is a greater number than 23. And the last question, it's a fun question, it's my favorite question, and what does the alligator like to eat? We know that our friend the alligator is super, super hungry and his mouth is always open to the greater number so that he can eat the greatest meal. Bye, boys and girls. I want to thank you for tuning into this lesson, and I hope that you are excited to tune in next week for another math lesson as we master the first grade skills.